You can't fault anybody for having enough sense to do what you want and you don't in terms of the come up. This is Dee, and this is the Come Up Straight Up, a channel dedicated to hypergamy for women 40 and over. Date where your stock is highest. What does that mean? How does it look? Okay, let me give you 2 examples. The first example is that of white women, hypergamous white women. Now, a lot of black women get an attitude about white women marrying black men. I mean, I personally do not care, but let's talk about the origins of that, because a lot of focus is on like the black men and their preference for white women, but let's talk about the white women and their choice to date black men. Now, most of these white women grow up in homes with white parents, and they, growing up just like all of us, just assume they will be with people of their own race. Time goes on, they move into high school, college, and they realize that black men have an interest in them. And even prior to that, they may not have even thought about dating a black man. Certainly their family may not have even been open to them dating a black man. But they realize, black men value us. Black men covet us. Hypergamous white women do not date just any old black men either. We know that they date affluent black men, successful black men. Now let's use Nicole Brown Simpson as an example, God rest her soul. Now, she and O.J. Simpson got married way back in 1985. Now, do you seriously think growing up, this blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman, especially back then in that time, her parents would normally approve of her even dating a black man? Probably not. But when she started dating professional football player and superstar football player O.J. Simpson, any prejudice they might have had or objections to interracial relationships went right out the window. Why? Because she had a multi-millionaire superstar black man. You see, hypergamous white women know that black men, particularly successful black men, often see them as a status symbol. They know that their stock is high with black men. So often, that is where they date, that is where they marry. And have you guys noticed that white women who marry black men don't give a damn about what white men think of them? They couldn't care less. They know where they are valued, and they leave their options open. Example number 2, Jodie Turner-Smith. Now, we all know the whole bedwench controversy, how black men lost their mind when she married this white man. Jodie Turner-Smith is a very dark-skinned actress. She is a natural, black woman, short hair, the whole thing. Very dark-skinned woman. Jodie recently married and is expecting a child with Joshua Jackson. Black folks lost their mind because how dare this white man or this black woman marry a white man? Emphasis on the married. I came across a quote from Jodie from 2015 where she stated that, and I'm gonna include it here. She stated that black men basically did not want her. People assume that she's always had this preference for white men or light-skinned men, but that's not the case. Those men did not want her. Those men told her that she was pretty for a dark-skinned girl. The men who made her feel beautiful, the first men who made her feel beautiful were white men. So that's where she dated, because that's where her stock was highest. Now, this video is not about interracial dating. Okay, it's not about swirling. It's not about any of that. The examples I gave to you illustrate a mindset. A mindset that every woman who seeks hypergamy needs to have. It applies to any relationship where you are dissatisfied and not being valued. Too many of us have this tunnel vision where we are focused strictly on what we want. You want a black man, for example, who's a 6'2", with a six-pack, beautiful straight white teeth, but this man may not have a pot to piss in. That's the man you want. But as a hypergamous woman, the man you need may be 5'8", maybe 15 pounds overweight. But this man wants you. And this man is also a senior director at a Fortune 500 company. But you don't see him because he isn't physically what you want. Many of us have the good guy, the guy who values us, who will do for us right around us. But we don't see him because we have a crush or a thing for someone else who does not want us. You have the good guy right there, and maybe you are seeing him, but you got one foot in and one foot out because you're waiting for someone you will never have. Maybe you're even messing around having sex with this guy you want, but doesn't want you. Hoping that, one day maybe he'll see me differently, pretending not to care that he's, messing around with other women and doesn't take you out on Valentine's Day or buy you gifts for your birthday. You're so, as they say, honey, stuck on stupid and locked in with this guy that you are blocking your blessings. So many women, black women in particular, waste their time, their youth, beating their heads against a brick wall. You can't fault anybody for having enough sense to do what you want and you don't in terms of the come up. Date where your stock is highest. Date men who want you. So in 2020, the year and the decade of reinvention, in order to attain hypergamy, you have to change the strategy. You have to change your strategy. If what you want hasn't been working for you, you need to change your focus to what you need, and most importantly, to who wants you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I look forward to your feedback in the comments as always. Again, do not forget to subscribe to this channel as well as my second channel, Pretty and Things, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. So till next time. Mwah.